The moment she sat me down, I already knew something was wrong. There was an excitement in her eyes that had nothing to do with me, a hesitation in her voice that made my stomach twist. "I just need a weekend," she said, her voice dripping with a false kind of reassurance. "Just to experience something different, nothing serious, just for fun." She thought I would wait, that I would sit at home, staring at the clock, counting down the hours until she came back, expecting everything to be the same. She had no idea. By the time she returned, bags in hand and a satisfied smirk playing on her lips, I was already sitting on the couch, legs stretched out, arm wrapped comfortably around someone else. She wanted a weekend to experience another man. I took that weekend to replace her completely. Before I get into the story, please subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us continue bringing you these incredible tales. Now, let me tell you exactly how it all went down. There was a time when she was always there for me. We spent countless evenings in our backyard, sitting under the stars, talking about our dreams and plans for the future. She would rest her head on my shoulder, telling me how lucky she was to have me. Those were the days when I felt like her world revolved around me, just as mine did around her. But then, everything changed. She got a new job, one that demanded long hours, constant travel, and an ever-growing distance between us. At first, I supported her completely. I was proud of her. But as time went on, the woman who used to light up whenever she saw me started coming home exhausted, distracted, barely acknowledging my presence. The backyard that once held so many warm memories became nothing more than a forgotten space, a reminder of what we used to be. And that was when I met Vanessa. It wasn't planned. She was a coworker of mine, someone who actually listened when I spoke, someone who laughed at my jokes and made me feel seen again. At first, I kept my distance, holding on to the hope that my wife would come back to me, that we would find our way back to those backyard conversations. But deep down, I knew she was already slipping away. So when my wife sat me down and told me she wanted a weekend to explore another man, I didn't even flinch. I knew in that moment that we were done. She thought I would beg her to stay. Maybe she expected tears or anger, some grand gesture to make her feel important. Instead, I gave her a single nod and simply said, "Do what you have to do." That threw her off. She blinked, lips parting slightly like she had more to say. But when I didn't protest, she grabbed her bag and left without another word. The door clicked shut behind her, and I took a deep breath. The house felt different, lighter, free. And in that moment, I realized something. I wasn't going to waste a second mourning someone who had so little respect for me. So I picked up my phone and made a call. Vanessa answered on the second ring. "Hey, it's been a while," she said, her voice warm and inviting. "Yeah, listen, are you busy this weekend?" I asked. "I could use some company." She chuckled. "I thought you'd never ask." The weekend passed in a blur, but not in the way my wife had imagined. While she was out indulging in her so-called fun, I was rediscovering what it felt like to be appreciated. Vanessa wasn't just a distraction. She was a revelation. We cooked together, laughed until our sides hurt, and when the time was right, I let go of everything that had been weighing me down. Over time, my bond with Vanessa grew stronger. She didn't just fill the void my wife left. She lifted me higher. She believed in me, encouraged my ambitions, and supported me in ways my wife never had. When I told her about a business idea I had been sitting on for years, she pushed me to make it a reality, and with her by my side, I did. What started as a simple venture turned into an empire. Success came fast, and before I knew it, I was one of the most powerful and wealthiest men in town. Vanessa had been there for every step of the journey, helping me build a future that was ours. While I was thriving, my former wife was spiraling into a different fate. Her job, the one she had prioritized over me, didn't last. The excitement she chased, fleeting. She lost everything, her position, her stability, and eventually, even the man she had left to experience. She went from luxury to struggling, from having a loving husband to having no one at all. And when she reached out to me again, it wasn't love in her voice. It was desperation. But I was long past caring. Vanessa and I had built something real, and to solidify that, I asked her to marry me. She said yes without hesitation, knowing that what we had was built on trust, respect, and genuine love, everything my first marriage had lost. Then, one evening, as I sat in the backyard of my new home with Vanessa by my side, I reflected on it all. The same backyard where I had once felt abandoned now held new memories, better ones. Vanessa squeezed my hand, as if sensing my thoughts, and I smiled. My ex-wife had made her choice, and I had made mine. She had taken a weekend to chase a fantasy, believing she had all the time in the world. But life doesn't wait for those who take love for granted. And now, the only thing she had left was regret. Meanwhile, I had everything I had ever wanted, and I had never been happier. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more incredible tales. Your support means the world to me, and I can't wait to share more with you.